Hi everyone, welcome back to another edition of Food for the Journey with Deacon Lee Wynn. You know, the older I get, I seem to find that God has a really sarcastic sense of humor. I don't know about to you guys, but certainly towards me. Just at the beginning of the week, we actually personally had experienced robbery or theft in our own life. We had a vehicle that some fine gentleman, climbed underneath and cut out the catalytic converter so that they could take it to the junkyard and sell it for probably $50, $100, something along those lines. But what it cost us is a day's or two worth of not having that vehicle to use. And on top of that, it cost us about $1,000 just to repair it. Now that's pretty painful. Imagine that's not the first time it's happened to us. It's actually the third time that we had to go through the same exact problem. And so you can imagine how livid I was. I think livid is a kind word that for the thoughts that went through my mind is very unchristian thoughts. I said, God, can you help me bring this person to justice? Can you put this person in jail and let him rot there in both jail and hell? And so as these thoughts were running through my mind, I had to take some time out and preview the Sunday readings, if you will. And as I read the Sunday readings, my heart sank and fell. It's because it goes into the story of Jesus and Peter having to ask Jesus, Jesus, how many times must I forgive my neighbor? Is it 7 times? And Jesus says, no, not 7 times, but 77 times. And then he goes on to tell a parable about a master forgiving his initial servant a huge debt, yet the same guy goes out after having received forgiveness, goes out and chokes and demands repayment of a much smaller debt. And so as I sat there and kind of sank, I could almost hear Jesus giggling at me, somehow saying, how do you like them apples? Go preach on that. And so in my heart, it is so difficult. I find it so difficult to forgive, especially when there's sight of injustice. But it's exactly what our Christian journey is all about. Now, as a Christian, all we hope for is literally the eternal life, to make it to the kingdom. And to make it to the kingdom, you have to be saintly. And to be saintly is literally mean to be like God. And what does it mean to be like God? That means that to become like the essence of God. And the essence of God is love and mercy. And mercy demands forgiveness. And so our Christian journey demands that we become like God and to forgive those who are indebted to us, even if it's in sight of injustice.